Hello, hello, hello. How are you guys doing today? Happy Tuesday. Okay, so today has not gone the way that I thought it was gonna go at all. I mean, today has just been completely turned inside out. I have to say, I'm not entirely too upset about it, in all honesty. But we'll get to that in just a second. I want to do a little time and temperature check. So I know you guys are going to be like, Peter, aren't you supposed to be getting ready to get in an Uber right now for therapy, for couples counseling? We'll get to that in just a second. It is currently 4:07. I was supposed to be leaving here at like 4:15 to go to couples counseling. And the temperature is, hold on a second. It was just pouring down rain. I was filming my drama video upstairs in the bedroom. And it started raining like earlier in the video, and then it started downpouring. And it stopped, but it's supposed to pick up here in about an hour. So that's why I'm sitting out here now filming this vlog, because I'm like, okay, I hope I can get this vlog done out here before. The lighting is just so bad inside unless I'm sitting right in front of the computer. And I don't know when Alex is going to be home. So I'm like, I want to get this done outside now. Plus, I kind of wanted to just sit outside. And there's been a lot of birds, the bird feeders today. You know, yesterday, it's just like, it's so crazy how my world works, right? So, yesterday I was talking about how it's just me and Steve. And I literally have not seen Steve since I made the video yesterday. He hasn't been around today. The corn cob is still underneath the tree when he usually comes and gets it and picks it apart and stuff like that. I haven't seen Steve at all. I was talking about the ducks. Last night I went on my walk. There is not one duck in this entire neighborhood. I did not see, I walked all through this neighborhood, looked at the lakes, walked outside the neighborhood. There are no ducks in this neighborhood. Which is funny because when I came back, I said to my husband, because I posted the picture when I came back, I took a picture of the lakes and I said no ducks to be found or something like that. And I was saying something to Alex, and he goes, oh, I see the ducks when I leave in the morning. I go, what? He goes, when I leave for work in the morning, I see the ducks. I said, ducks as in multiple ducks? He said, I think I saw a duck. I go, you think you saw a duck, or you're not sure? He goes, I don't know what day it was. I go, forget you with your evidence. Forget you with your evidence. But anyway, so now it's 4:09 p.m. But the temperature is... I wanted to, like, when I came out here today, I cleaned the table off. I just, like, washed it all off, cleaned it all off. And I just poured myself my first cup of coffee for the day. You can see that my cup is, like, all frosted over. Look at that. Frosted over. Anyway, let's have a little sip of coffee first. First cup of coffee for the day. I'm uploading my drama video. I have my glasses from next to my computer, my blue ones I hardly ever wear. And I was like, okay. When I go into this vlog, I'm going to talk about the time and temperature check, and then I'm going to talk about what happened today, and then I'm going to go into, because lately I feel like whenever I do these vlogs, I know you guys probably are like, Peter, that's part of what we like about it, but I feel like they've kind of been like all over the place, and then I forget stuff to tell you guys, and I always get done, and I'm like, oh, I forgot I wanted to tell them this story, or I wanted to tell them that. So I was like, okay, got to keep it very centered today. We're 3 minutes in, and I'm already off track. Okay. So, time and temperature check, it's now 4:10 p.m. And the temperature is, let's see what the temperature is. It is currently 79 degrees, and it says, look, it's showing the lightning and the thunder and stuff. And it says light rain with thunder. And it is supposed to rain, let's see. Yeah, it's supposed to rain until like 9 o'clock tonight. Thunderstorm until like 9 o'clock. It is also my neighbor Laura's birthday. She came over here and hung out with me a little bit earlier, and we were talking. I was asking her what she was doing for her birthday, and she was just going to like go run around and run some errands, and then she's going to have dinner with her parents tonight. They're going to some restaurant in Carmel, Roma or something, some new Italian restaurant she was telling me about. And then I said, well, what are you doing tonight? Are you like going out with your friends or anything like that? She's like, no, I'm just going to be at home with the dog and stuff. She's like, do you want to do a night swim for my birthday? I was like, yeah. I said, if the rain stops. She goes, well, even if the rain doesn't stop, because by then all my plans had been canceled, so I knew that I would be home tonight. And she was like, that's what I want to do for my birthday. I want to go for a night swim. So tonight, Laura and I are going to go for a night swim for her birthday. But by the time, she said she should be home from dinner by like 9 o'clock. So by the time, I think her mom's over there right now. By the time that she gets home for dinner, the rain should have like slowed down and we can go for a little bit of a night swim tonight. I'm actually very excited. Like from the moment, you know, like when you're at work and like you're getting ready to go on like a week-long vacation and like that, you know, I can remember back in the day when I was like getting ready to go on like my Christmas vacation in Gatlinburg or whatever, and it's like that, you like getting ready to clock out and you're like, yes, I'm on vacation. I'm kind of excited about after I get done filming this vlog today because I'm gonna sleep in tomorrow. My plans for tomorrow are canceled too. I'm gonna sleep in tomorrow. I'm gonna read a lot tonight. I'm gonna watch a lot of shows. I might watch a movie that I started. I might finish it, the movie that I started last night. And I'm just excited to just relax and have a relaxing evening. My husband, he said, I think that we were supposed to just relax tonight because literally all of our plans canceled. So anyway, yeah, it's supposed to thunderstorm for like the next couple hours. So I'm hoping that it doesn't get really bad while I'm out here. It, like when I was doing my drama video, it just kind of came out of nowhere. I'm really excited to just kind of sit inside and watch some TV. And I'm kind of like a kid before Christmas or right before you go on vacation, like I was saying. I'm really excited to just pull out my Kindle and read my zombie book and read my other books and watch some shows tonight and snuggle with my husband and take a nap. I'm just really excited for a very nice relaxing evening of thunderstorms, and then going for a night swim with Laura, and then coming back and putting on my cozy pajamas. And I ordered these, like, you know those Lola blankets that are real fancy and stuff? I got like the dupes. I got like the fakes. They're real nice though. They were like $20 each. I got a gray one and I got a beige one. And they came last night. And so I'm gonna like curl up in my blanket and watch my shows. And yeah, I'm just real excited about tonight. So anyway, I mean, which there's nothing exciting except for just reading, watching shows and movies and relaxing. And I'm excited about that. So anyway, okay. So the birds have been out here today. Like right now, there's 2 birds on the finch feeder. There's a bird sitting in the one, like where Steve the squirrel goes in. And then the green one, there hasn't really been much. Oh, another bird just came in. There's 2 birds now in the one. And then the bird's feeder to the left, there's no food in it at all because there's now 3 birds on the finch feeder. It's pretty active out there today. I don't know, maybe they're kind of getting used to me like filling them again. But she was filling them the whole time that I was gone, so I don't know. I bought a new bird feeder. So it looks like the one that I had that's kind of like a little house. Not a house, but anyway, it looks like that, but it's metal. And so Steve can't get into it. So I'm going to take that one down. I'm going to replace it. My plan was last night, I was going to put up my... what do you call it, my bird baths and stuff. I was going to put them together while I was watching TV. But in all honesty, I walked, and then I swam, and then I took a nap, and then I started watching TV, and at that point, I just wanted to relax, so I didn't put my bird baths together, so I need to do that. But anyway, so the bird feeders are pretty active today. I'm kind of surprised. And it's kind of funny, because just yesterday, I was like, it's just me and Steve. Nothing lasts forever, I think was what I titled my vlog. And then today, there's been like a lot of birds out there. So anyway, let me tell you what happened. So today, this was the plan for today. That we had couples counseling at 5. And so then I was going to take an Uber. I was going to have to leave here at 4:15, which means I would have to be in the shower by 3:30. And then leave here at 4:15 to get there in time for the therapy session. And then we were going to have therapy from 5 to 6. Then Alex was going to drop me off at Tanya Jean's last night. Tanya and I had like confirmed that we were going to like go tonight to the meeting and stuff like that. And I was like, if it rains, she's like, no, she's like, I don't think the rain will be that bad, blah, 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 whatever. And all this kind of stuff. And so she was like, let's just kind of like confirm it. And I was like, okay. And I was like, I know the rain, but she's like, no, let's just kind of confirm it, whatever. So like we talked about that last night. So, and then Alex he was having dinner tonight with one of his girlfriends from high school. That was actually her and her husband were actually at his birthday dinner. They're the couple that, so her sister's the one that owns the cabin in Brown County. And Alex has been, well, he was friends with her, this girl first in high school, and then met her sister in college. And we're friends with both the girls and their husbands and kids and stuff now. And so do you guys remember when we were in Miami and we met up with a couple that Alex was friends with, a girl from high school and her husband and her 2 daughters? So her daughters are now like 12 and 16, I think. And we've known them we've known them we went to their wedding. That was like the very first wedding I ever went to with Alex, was their wedding. So he was supposed to have dinner with her tonight. And then tomorrow is Cousin Fun Day with Caroline and stuff. Well, last night, so I'll talk about last night in a second, but I was exhausted last night. And so when I was watching shows and stuff, it was getting later, and I was like, I need to go to bed early, but I was having so much fun watching TV. And so, because I started a different show last night, but I'll tell you about last night in just a second. So I was like, I kind of wanted to stay up later, but I also knew, like, for me to get up and film videos before I had to start getting ready at 3. So I would have had to have started vlogging at 2:30 to get an hour-long vlog to start getting ready by 3:30. I really would have had to have started by, like, 2, so that I could vlog from 2 to 3, and then get the vlog, you know, rendered and everything, and then start getting ready, take a shower, and all that kind of stuff. So I was like, that means I'm going to have to get up at, like, 10, which it was getting late, and I was like, I'm only going to get 5 or 6 hours of sleep. I'm going to be exhausted again tomorrow. So I was like, you know what? I'll just vlog. I will just vlog tomorrow, and then I'm not going to beat myself up about it and whatever. So that was really my plan today. My plan was I was just going to get up. There was this little bird. He keeps on, like, running up the side of the tree, which none of the other birds do. He's, like, black and white and blue. He's real little. I don't know what he is. I have to bring out my bird book that somebody sent me and look him up. He's really unique looking. I called him, like, a raccoon bird yesterday. But he also, like, runs up the side of the tree, like, kind of like a squirrel. Like, he's, like, a squirrel mutant bird something. I don't know. But anyway, so that was my plan last night. I was like, I'm going to stay up, and then I'm not going to beat myself up about getting up on time, and I'll just get up about noon, and then I'll just vlog. I'll take my time. I'll do some, because I had to do some laundry, like towels and stuff like that. I'll clean up the kitchen so that when I come home from the meeting tomorrow night, the house is nice. I can put on my cozy pajamas. I've already taken a shower, and then I can just watch TV shows and then go to bed early for Caroline and stuff like that. So that was my plan. I just was like, I'm not going to beat myself up about it. So today, I set my alarm for 12, and I probably snoozed it to like 12:15, and I got up. When I picked up my phone, because, you know, like, I don't usually get on my phone right away. So when I picked up my phone, I could see that there were, like, text messages at the bottom of it. So what I do when I start my day is I come downstairs and I have a cup of coffee. Sometimes, like, I'll have herbal tea. Herbal tea's been really, really nice recently to start my day with. I'll have, like, herbal tea or, oh, if I show you guys this, he's, like, pecking. It's so cute. He just flew away to the other tree. I would show you. He's like a dark, like, navy blue and, like, black with, like, white on the side. He's a real interesting bird. I've never seen this bird before. Anyway, so in the mornings, well, I've been drinking orange juice, too, because I got fresh squeezed orange juice with Caroline when I was at Fresh Time last week. So anyway, either in the morning I'll have orange juice or I'll have a glass of water. I've been having herbal tea. I very rarely have coffee in the morning. Sometimes I do. Like, if I'm really having a hard time kind of, like, pulling it together and get awake, I'll have a cup of coffee. But I usually don't. I usually wait till later in the day to have a cup of coffee. Unless I go somewhere, and then I'll get, like, a cup of coffee with Caroline, or, like, at my hair appointment I got a cup of coffee and stuff like that. So anyway, but usually I don't. I'll have, like, so anyway, and then I do my prayers and meditations. That process can look anywhere from, like, 10 minutes to, like, half an hour to an hour, depending on, like, how many meditation books I read, how I get into my gratitude, just where I, like, want to be centered and stuff like that. Well, I knew I had these text messages, so I was like, maybe people are canceling for stuff. I didn't know. But the thing was, I didn't think it was Tanya, because the weather was pretty nice earlier today. I mean, it was like, when Laura came over here and talked, because she came over here while I was sitting out here doing I just finished my prayers and meditations. And she was, like, walking out, and so, the mail guy had just come by. And so I heard her, and she was, like, looking at something in the yard, and I was like, Laura, and so then she came running over here, and that's when we talked. So I wanted to say happy birthday to her. So anyway, so happy birthday to Laura. So anyway, so today my prayers and meditations were rather short. I just kind of was like, okay, I got to figure out, like, stuff getting changed for the day, because then I have to really think out my day, plan out my day as far as leaving here and stuff, and then, like, if therapy had gotten moved back an hour, that was going to change my whole day, vice versa, right? If it was going to be a different time. Anyway, so I checked, and, like, this had happened early, like at 8 o'clock, but I wasn't up for that. So we have, like, a group text. I mean, that's, like, it's not like we text him, but, like, where our therapist contacts Alex and I both about appointments and stuff. So he had texted us this morning and said, would you guys be able to meet next Tuesday instead of today? He said, I think I'm going to have to take the day off. I'm starting to get sick. And Alex had texted him back and was like, yeah, that totally works. Get some rest. Hope you feel better. Alex said to him. So I knew that therapy was canceled for tonight, right? So I was, like, getting on there to text Alex to tell him, like, let me talk to Tanya, because then I can because Alex's dinner was at like 6:30. And so I was like, you don't have to like come all the way over here and pick me up since we're not going to have therapy, because his dinner was close to where he works and he could just go straight to dinner. I'll just take an Uber to Tanya's. So I'm literally getting ready to like text Alex that. I think I actually did text him that. Hold on. No, he had sent me this funny thing, a meme. Okay, so then right as I'm getting ready to text Alex, Tanya texts me and she says, hey babe, she's like, I'm really sorry, but I'm not going tonight. She's like, it's supposed to rain really bad and I have to be at the kennel at least until 6 or 7. And I was like, no problem. And I was like, therapy canceled because he's sick anyway, so maybe we can just do next week or we can do something this weekend. And she's like, sounds good. I'm really, really sorry. I really wanted to see you. And so I was like, okay, Tanya canceled. Well, then I kind of, to be honest with you, I was kind of like, okay, I'm happy. Because then I can just like, it's gonna rain, so I know I can't walk. My walk last night was misery. I'll tell you about it in just a second. But I was like, this will give me an excuse to take a nap tonight, to I'm like really into this zombie book, okay, on the Kindle. I'm really into the Mark Tufo, or whatever his name is. Zombie Fallout is the series. Now, I know when I say that, somebody's gonna comment and be like, what was the book that he said? Zombie Fallout. Zombie Fallout series. Look it up. Okay, Zombie Fallout series. Zombie Fallout series. If you don't like zombies, you won't like it. It's very gruesome. But it's very funny and tongue-in-cheek, too. I didn't really like the main character at first, and now he's kind of growing on me a little bit. So anyway, so then I was kind of like, I know this is going to sound strange, but in talking about, like, social anxiety, like, it takes so much working up for me to get, like, excited to go out and do something. And I was excited to see Tanya and go to the meeting. I was excited to get out of the house and go to therapy and stuff like that. I was excited about all of that. But at the same time, like, whenever I have stuff to do, if it gets canceled, I'm kind of, in all honesty, I'm kind of like, like, that's honestly how I feel. Like, I could just, like, never leave the house, in all honesty. So, I texted Alex, and I said, hold on a second. This is me just getting my day started, right? So, I text Alex, and I said, hey, Tanya canceled for tonight too. Just letting you know so you can just go straight to dinner if you want. You don't have to like come here and pick me up. And he said, okay. He said, okay, babe, blah, blah, blah. He was telling me like what office he was at and all this kind of stuff. And then he texts me, so that was at 12:49. So then he texts me at 2:22 about his friend, and he said, she just canceled, so I'll be home after my last meeting. And I said, okay, babe, everything's canceling today, LOL. And he goes, LOL, we're just meant to relax at home tonight, I guess. So everything, today is canceled. Today is literally canceled. But here was the problem, okay? You know, like, I was already in the mindset. Does this ever happen to you where it's like, let's say if you work from home and like I have a lot of, this happens to my friends actually, but my friends will just sit there and binge watch a show. Like somebody said to me on the vlog yesterday, they said, because some people think it's so funny that I watch so much TV. They're like, oh my God, he watches so much TV. I don't feel like I watch any more TV than the average person does, in all honesty. I really don't. I mean, and I read just as much as I watch TV. But somebody commented, I was talking about Outer Banks, and somebody commented, and they said, I binge watched it in 3 days. I was like, my first thought was, I want that to be my life, where I don't do anything but binge watch a show for 3 days. I lived for whoever left that comment, but it got me to really want to watch Outer Banks. But anyway, so, you know, like, even if you don't work at home, let's just say, like, but there's things you can do, like laundry and whatever, right? Is it starting to rain? Oh, I was hoping I could get further into this vlog before it started coming down hard. Well, hopefully it won't come down too hard. So I was already in the mindset that all I was going to do today was vlog. But then when all this stuff canceled, I was like, okay, so there's no reason for me not to film videos today. But I just, to be honest with you, I just was not motivated. I had started some laundry of towels. I cleaned the kitchen. I was putting this away. I made the bed real nice and changed the sheets. I was just not, like, I did some cameos because I had to catch up on some cameos because I really haven't been on Cameo since I got back from vacation, so I missed some, so I was trying to do some cameos for people. And I was like, I just don't know that I have the energy today to film a bunch of like, hey, let's talk about the waterfront today, you know what I mean? Or, I don't know, I I just didn't feel real creative today at all. Like, and not that it takes tons of creativity to film videos, mind you. I just want to say that because if I don't, then people will be like, oh, he thinks he's so creative. I'm not saying that. What I'm saying is, it does take a little bit of pep and pizzazz. You know what I mean? And I just didn't feel it. And I was like, are you really going to sit here? I mean, it's raining. It's not like you can go to the pool. You know what I mean? And just not, so I filmed a drama video. And then after I got done filming the drama video, Alex texted me and he said, so that meeting that he had today was kind of like far away. So he's like, I'm gonna head home here in a second, but it's still like an hour away. So I knew I had an hour. And at that point I was uploading my drama video and I was like, oh, that's an excuse for me not to film any more videos. I'm just gonna get my vlog done so that by the time that Alex comes home, my vlog is done. But I do feel like I know it's so crazy when I say this because, I mean, it is so funny, like, you know the whole like lazy joke when people talk about, oh, he's so lazy and whatever. What's so funny about that is, do you know the one thing I am like reached out to by other YouTubers and not YouTube influencers, people like that? Actually, quite a few TikTokers reach out to me that have like watched me through the years, and they'll be like, how do you film so much? And I'm like, what do you mean? And they're like, well, some days I'll have like 3 days in a row where I don't have any ideas or, you know, whatever. And I'm like, well, I keep a running list. So I always keep a running list of videos. Like today, I was like, okay, what Peter Does Stuff video. I honestly was just going to put the bird baths together and film that, you know? I think that's the other thing is, where I would do like I'll talk to a lot of people and I'll be like, just do a grocery store haul or something. And they're like, no, nobody cares. I'm like, no, people enjoy that kind of stuff. Like, let people into your life. Like, I don't know. I did a video not too long ago of like, I think it was like my old jewelry or something. People really enjoyed that video. People like my grocery store videos. I mean, listen. It's not like they're getting 100,000 views, but they get 1,000 views on them or something. That's a lot of people that are watching a video about what I got at the grocery store, I think. You know what I mean? And so it's interesting because people always say to me that like do what I do. They'll be like, you film so much. Like I filmed over like 25 videos last week, you know, and this week already I filmed, what, 4 yesterday and 2 today, so 6 videos in 2 days. I mean, that's like, compared to most people, that's a lot, you know? But I'm so hard on myself about it. Like, so, when I got the text from Alex, I was like, okay. But then, let me tell you what happened. I don't know if this is like God working in my life, that maybe God's like, you just need a break from everything, okay? You just need to like, just sit and not do shit. Because I was like, really excited, because I talked to Laura, so I was like, oh, we're gonna go for the swim, it'll be really nice. When I go up for a night swim, it's very short. But like if Laura and I go, or if one of my neighbors and I go for a night swim, Laura's really the only one that I go with. But like if I go with Laura, like we'll stay up there for like an hour. So I knew I'll be like tired and, you know, like my fingers will be pruny when I come back. I love all that. I love that feeling, you know, jump in a hot shower, put on my comfy pajamas. But I was like, okay, so tomorrow's Cousin Fun Day, which means I gotta get up at like 9:30 or 10 for Cousin Fun Day to take a shower and get ready for my day. And I was like, which means I can't stay up super late tonight and watch TV, okay? Which I know sounds like, I know that sounds like what a weird complaint, but like I enjoy staying up late. Like my happy night, like my happy moment, here, I'll show you. I am so corny that I take pictures. I literally take pictures. Here, this was my kitchen the other night of like all the candles lit because it makes me so happy. Like I am so happy between like 12 and 5 in the morning when I'm just like have all my candles lit and I'm so relaxed and all this kind of stuff. So I was real excited about it. Well, okay, so while the drama video was rendering, I was getting ready to, I wanted to upload it while I was out here, not on my phone, but on my computer. So I came out here, I brought all my stuff out here, whatever, and I get this text from Caroline, literally minutes before I started the vlog, okay? And she said, can we switch to Thursday? Well, I have therapy on Thursday, and we had to move last week to this week, so I can't miss this, and it's right in the middle, it's at 2 o'clock, and she picks me up at 2:15. But I don't really have a whole lot to do, and if Caroline's asking to switch, what that means is she's super busy, and I just feel so blessed that Caroline picks me up every week anyway, that like, for her to miss a week, I just want to give her a little bit of a reprieve and a break, right? And I said, I can't do Thursday because I have therapy. I said, but babe, I said, we can totally skip this week if you need to. I said, I don't really have that much to do, and I said, if you need to take a break, and she was like, no, I just have a lot going on. She was like, okay, sorry, I really feel bad. And I said, no problem at all. So we're not doing Cousin Fun Day tomorrow. She always feels really bad if she has to cancel about it. I'm like, Caroline, take the day. Like, listen, Alex, like, he runs me to errands on the weekend anyway. I still have stuff left over from the grocery store last week. Oh. I actually, when I opened this coffee, do you remember I bought all that coffee last week? Well, if you watch my grocery store hauls, I bought like 3 containers of coffee last week, and this is the second one. My mom used to do that. She'd say it always feels so nice. But anyway, this is the, it's getting kind of dark out. I love days like this where it's like, we're kind of cloudy and rainy. I mean, not every day in the summer because I want to go to the pool and get some sun, but like, I love the kind of thunderstorm summer kind of days. Anyway, oh, there's a bird on the green one. Maybe they'll start going back to the green one. I need to check it out. I'm wondering if maybe the food is like stuck and it's not coming out the bottom. I'm wondering if that's what's going on. So anyway, so now I get to watch shows tonight and stay up as late as I want. I can stay up till 8 o'clock in the morning if I wanted to. Listen, I'm my own person. So last night, okay, I got done vlogging, and I was like, I'm gonna walk tonight, okay? It was so humid last night. It was so humid. But I wanted to finish the Campers and Criminals book that I was reading. And I also wanted to start this book that Nikki has been nonstop talking about, which is called, I'm listening to it right now on Audible. It's called Night Watcher. This woman has a podcast by Daphne. I mean, the book is about a podcast, but it's also about the author also has a podcast. Daphne Woolsencroft. It's okay. I like it so far. Nikki said it ends like a typical thriller, but I really like it so far. Nikki was scared through the whole thing. So I really wanted to walk. Now, y'all know I do these like 2.5 hour insanity walks, right? So I go walk last night. I'm so excited about it, but I was tired too. I was like, I'd only gotten like 3.5 hours of sleep. Like, Alex said to me, oh, there is a bird on the green feeder. Oh, it makes me so happy. Because a lot of the birds haven't been coming to that green feeder. And that's the one closest to me that I can see. So maybe if they'll start coming to that one. But anyway, I was upstairs and I was so tired. And Alex said, why don't you not walk tonight? And I said, I haven't been like walking as much, you know, lately, and I need to get back into the walking and stuff like that. And he goes, well, why don't you just lift your weights or something like that, like you were doing last week when you weren't walking? And I said, because I really want to I've got to get back into this where I'm like walking like every other day, lifting. I need to get back into this. And so he was like, okay. He's like, babe, it's so humid outside. He was like, make sure you know, like, drink a bunch of water. So I didn't want to drink a bunch of water because I was afraid I would have to go to the bathroom while I was gone. So I left. I literally was out the door like 5 minutes. And honest to God, I did not think that I could breathe. Like, I thought there was something wrong with me. I thought, what is going on with you that you cannot breathe? I mean, I was like, I'm never like that on my walks. I mean, never am I like that on the walks. Like, since I've lost some weight, like, I was, baby, back in the day, I huffed and puffed it up the stairs and stuff like that. I mean, I'm not like that anymore. And so I was walking, and I was like, okay, my plan was to walk around this neighborhood. It was still bright when I left. I think I left, I don't know what time I left, but anyway, it was still light outside. So I knew I had like good 2-3 hours of light. So I was like, oh, I'm walking for a good 2.5 hours. I'm going to finish this one book. And I had like 37 minutes left of the Campers and Criminals book. So I was like, I'm going to finish that book, and then I'm going to start this one. I want to get like an hour and a half into the other one, right? And that would take me like 2 hours at least. So I was like, I'm going to walk all through this neighborhood, and then I'm going to go out there, and then I'm going to walk along the back, and then I was going to come back through here, and then I was going to walk out that side, and then I was going to go up because this over here is where the hills are outside of our neighborhood this way. I was like, then that's kind of where I get like my muscle training in my legs. They're not hills, but it's like incline, you know? And so I walked through the neighborhood, and when I walked by the pool, there was nobody at the pool. Because my plan was, as soon as I came back, I was going to go to the pool, and I was going to sit in the shallow end. I was going to listen to this book for a little bit, and I was just going to relax. And just like cool down in the pool. So when I was walking by the pool, there was nobody at the pool. And I really thought it was going to like rain last night and stuff, but it didn't. So anyway, I think it did later, I don't know. But anyway, so there was like 2 women on the pickleball court. And it was my one friend that I always see that walks by that I'm like, oh, did you get pickled and whatever. And so anyway, some little animal that looked like a small bear just like ran under this bush in pool crew lady number 2's house over there. I'm like, what just happened? Looked like, not under the house, but she has all these big bushes out there. that kind of like, these look like these bushes, like in Florida, like the seagrass or moss or whatever. But it was like this little creature. It looked like a little bear. Maybe it was like a hedgehog or something. I don't know. Somebody sent me this picture on the Instagram, or maybe they posted it in the Vloggerinos group, and they said, I can't wait till this comes to visit. It was in the Vloggerinos group, and they said, I can't wait till this comes to visit Peter's yard. The camera stopped. And it was like a picture of a deer coming like into somebody's yard eating out of the bird feeder. I would live. Oh my God. Can you even imagine if there were a deer that was coming? I'm kind of sad that I haven't seen, well, Shorty, obviously. I'm very sad. But I'm kind of sad that I haven't seen Steve today. Maybe he's still asleep. I don't know. Steve! Where are you at, Steve? And then somebody's comment about, I love this comment too, that somebody said their dad would fill the bird feeders and the squirrel up in the tree would like bark down at them or something, and the dad would like cuss the squirrel out. That made me so happy. I loved that little comment. It's a different world once you start interacting with nature. Like, and I, honest to God, never thought that I would be that person. But you really see yourself and your life in a completely different way. Like, in all honesty, like, just get one little small bird feeder. I mean, like, I'm a little obsessive with the 4 and all this kind of stuff, right? Just get one little small bird feeder. You know, if you have like an apartment, like some of the people in the neighborhood have told me they love the ones. You don't have the camera ones. I have 2 of those in the garage. I haven't put those out yet. I just really, to be honest with you, I don't know that I want to download the apps and do all that kind of stuff. It's more enjoyable for me just to kind of sit here and watch it. But I have thought about that. People ask me about the trail cams. I still want to do the trail cams. I don't feel in any rush to do anything in my life anymore. I'll tell you, like, I don't know, like that's one of the things that has really happened to me in the last year is that everything has slowed down. And like somebody commented the other day and they go, are you still going to get the trail cams? I'm planning on it. What'll happen is one night when I'm online and I'm like looking at something to do with birds, and like a trail cam ad will come up. That's when I'll buy it. That's when the trail cams will come up. I try not to be that organized about everything anymore in my life, you know? But anyway, but I do still want to do the trail cams and stuff like that. I got to figure out how I would make it work. So anyway, I also have to say, oh, that little bird is back. I wonder if it's like a little blue jay or something. It's getting food and then flying across the street. There's a lot of activity in the birdhouses today. But this is the other thing, too, that kind of worries me sometimes is that, like, if you buy a bird feeder, then somebody will be like, that's not the right kind of bird feeder to do. So if I do a trail cam, then people will be like, oh, you shouldn't set that out, or you shouldn't do that, or you shouldn't do that. You know, it's like nobody's telling Margaret Wrinkle what she did wrong. And she just learns as she goes. You know, I'm just learning as I go. So anyway, what was I saying, though? My walk last night. So I walked all the way around here. I went in and out the little like cul-de-sac down there and walked out of our neighborhood and then walked back in. And I walked down around by the pool and saw my pickleball lady. And then my plan was to walk around again and then come back down, or come back this way and go out the gate. Well, so I came back that way and I went out the gate and I went down one street. And by the time I was down one street, you guys, literally my entire shirt was soaking wet. I mean, soaking wet with sweat. And I was like, this is not normal. And so I was like, and at that point it was like 30 minutes that I had walked, because I time it when I'm walking with a stopwatch. And I was like, you are never, like, I wasn't tired. I just was hot. I just was like, I can't do, I mean, I'm never like that on my walks. It was the weirdest thing. So I'm like, I think you need to not push it. I think you need to go back and you need to not push it and go to the pool, swim some laps in the pool. Because sometimes I'll swim some laps in the pool. That was my plan. So I was like, okay. I just was so hot. Well, on my way back, I passed my pickleball lady that I see that gets pickled. And she was coming back and she literally was bent over and she was like, and I was like, are you okay, sweetie? And she was like, I don't know, it's weird tonight. And I was like, what do you mean? She's like, we could only play pickleball for like 20 minutes. And I said, oh, is it the league? Because it was just the 2 of you. She's like, everybody else canceled because of humidity. And she was like, so she wanted to see if I could practice with her just to like help her, because like this woman had gotten like a lot of knee replacements in this community. That's what probably the common conversation is, knee replacement surgery in this community. So she was like, oh, and my knee was hurting a little bit yesterday too, but I don't want to borrow that trouble. So anyway, so she was like, I was like lobbing balls to her and stuff like that to help her, because so since it was just the 2 of us, she was like, but we played for like I can't remember what she said, 15, 20 minutes, and she's like, we had to stop. She was like, it was too much. And she literally, I mean, this woman, she's the one that like did my garden with my neighbor across the street. She's my neighbor across the street is her best friend. Sweetest woman in the entire world. I don't think I've ever seen her sweat. And she walks every night. I've never seen her sweat. Drenched. She was absolutely drenched. And she goes, I don't know what's wrong. She goes, Peter, she goes, I'm like, it's like coming off of me. She was like, she was just profusely sweating. It was so humid last night. It was weirdly humid last night. I don't know. So I came back and I came upstairs and I sat down on the floor in the bedroom and Alex is like, are you okay? I said, I am just like, I got to get cold. So I put on my swimsuit and went down to the pool. Oh, I did finish the Campers and Criminals book. So loved that. And then I started the book that Nikki recommended to me, which is called Night Watcher. I like it so far. I think it's really good. Hold on a second. In case anybody wants to know what the book is, get your app out. Okay, it's Night Watcher. I'm going to show it here in a second. By Daphne Woolsoncroft. Woolsoncroft. Night Watcher. So I started that last night while I was like walking. And then I walked up to the pool and was listening to it. I like got in the pool, got my hair wet. But then I just sat in the shallow end for a little bit and just listened to the book. And it was really, really nice. And I just felt very calm. It's that time of day to sit in the pool. At that point, I think it was like 8. The sun's kind of coming down. And I could see the sun through the clouds and through the trees. There's something about it that feels very spiritual to me, very godlike, of sitting in the pool in that moment. It just feels, I don't know, it's very calming to me. So I came back and, took a shower, took a nap. Oh, did we watch shows last night? No, Alex and I did not. So, what was last night? So he was watching, oh no, when I came back, I ate when I came back. Made dinner and ate. He had already eaten. So I made dinner and ate. Then I took a shower and then I laid down. And I slept good last night on my nap. But literally every single time, a couple of you guys reached out to me about anxiety meds and all kind of stuff. So I'm going to talk to my therapist about it on Thursday. Talk to my doctor about it as well. I'm not, like, I think people have this idea that I am opposed to anxiety medication. I am not opposed to anxiety medication at all. There are certain medications, and I don't know that people get this, but there are certain medications that, like a Lexapro or something like that, like I'm just throwing out a name, like I don't know anything about Lexapro, but like, you know, those are like, there are certain drugs, those are safe drugs. There are certain drugs I cannot be, like I couldn't be on a Klonopin or something like that. That's habit forming. And I know that there are people that are sober that take those that are medically, and they have to, and I understand that. But with my level of anxiety, like to be on Klonopin or Xanax, that would not be safe for me. And in all honesty, if my doctor recommended it to me, I would be like, I'm not comfortable doing that. I would not be comfortable being on a Xanax or a Klonopin or something like that. My anxiety is not at that level. It is not, and so, because a couple people in the vlogs, and I don't, and maybe that's like, maybe I have not informed people of that, but like, I have known people that are sober that have extreme anxiety that are on substances like that. That's their business between them and their doctor. I, at the level of anxiety that I have, would not feel comfortable being on something, a habit forming drug like that, which they are. So I just, that's me. It's different than like pain medication for a medical issue that's short term. Like when I was raised in recovery, they'd always say, like, if you have to have your wisdom teeth taken out, you have to have like, you know, Vicodin or something like that. Like, give it to somebody and they'll dole it out to you, and then like as soon as the pain's gone, you stop taking it. And that's what I've always done. But when you're talking about like ongoing anxiety that like when it gets bad, I'm not comfortable with that. So. But I'm going to talk to him about it. I don't know. My therapist is still under the belief, and he works with a lot of anxiety patients and clients. He is still under the belief that he feels like it's getting better and that this is just kind of like a response to things that have happened in the last couple years. He doesn't believe that it's going to be something that lasts with me for the rest of my life. But I don't know. We're going to talk more about it on Thursday. His opinion might change. We'll see. And he works very closely with my doctor as well. But I really appreciate, a couple people have reached out to me and shared personal stories about what they were on and things like that. So, yeah, I'm open to anything. I'm open to any suggestions about it. The anxiety isn't all through the day. It's when I wake up. somebody commented very specifically on it. I can't remember, or maybe they DM'd me, I don't know, but what they DM'd me was almost exactly how I feel when I wake up. It's so, it's just the most bizarre, I don't even really know how to explain it. So anyway, I took a nap last night, took a really good nap, but when I woke up, I was like full of anxiety again. And it takes me a little bit to kind of get out of it, you know? So I laid there, and then I got up, Nikki and I were texting each other. Tanya and I had talked earlier in the evening. Then Nikki and I talked for a long time last night. Her son got a slip and slide. He is so excited about it. It's like every day. She texted me last night. I said something about what time do you have to get up because we were watching shows later. And she said at 6 a.m., like he'll whisper in my ear, is it time for the slip and slide? I think that is the sweetest thing in the entire world. Okay, her son's 5. Her youngest son is 5. So he'll like whisper in her ear at like 6 o'clock, hey mom, is it time for the slip and slide yet? I love that. I think that is so sweet. So she went and like took him and let him pick out whatever slip and slide he wants. She was like sending me videos of like him in the rainstorm. Like he was so excited about it. He spent the whole day out there, like all day the last 2 days. Like when it was raining, when it wasn't raining. He had so much fun out there. So, we used to make the fake slip and slides when I was a kid. I had told her this story about with the garbage bags. My mom would get so mad because it ruined. We'd leave it out there. And then it would just, this needs some ice, by the way. Is why I'm not drinking a lot of it. I don't know why I forgot to put ice in it. But anyway, she, ooh, was that a duck? Or was that a goose? Something just flew in sideways like this to go to the lake. Should we go on a field trip to go see? I'm almost half tempted to go and see. Let's go see. It just like swooped down. All the birds just flew away. Look. Steve is not eating his corn today. You know what I wanted to look at? I wanted to look and see if... No, it's in the bottom there. They can get into it. See, he hasn't hardly eaten any of that today. Okay. I'm gonna go see. I mean, I haven't seen any ducks on the water or anything. I can't believe it hasn't started pouring down rain yet. See, do you remember in another video I showed that this is like where the ducks, they all kind of like congregated and stayed over here. Nope. Can you see the fish jumping? Ooh, it's so algae-ish. Are there kids in the pool? There are kids in the pool. Field trip. Why is it not? I want to show a picture of me going down the street. Field trip. Okay, I gotta show you something. So this is my neighbor. Do you see? She has like the same like front thing as me, but this is her VIP section in here. I don't know if you can see it. She told me I could come up there and film it and show you guys. But see, she's got the gate across there, and then she's got all this kind of stuff in there. So cute. It feels much later than it is. By the way, my little thing right there, I cannot tell you how many animals drink out of it. The animals love it. When Laura was over here today, she was picking weeds. She just stood here. I said, thank you so much. She said she likes to pick weeds. I said, Laura, come over here anytime. You are more than welcome to come over here anytime you want and pick weeds. So anyway, then I got up last night. I'm trying to think of last night. Talked to Nikki on the phone, and then I read that Mark Tufo book. What is it? Zombie Fallout. So good. Anyway, I'm like a third of the way through the book. I only read a little bit. It's like I kind of like savor it, you know? But anyway, I read a little bit of the book, and then I was like, I don't know. I'm really struggling, okay, with Ozark. Let me just tell you this. I don't really know how to explain it. I know that when it comes down to it, I will watch all 4 seasons of Ozark. I will finish it. I actually went and looked. I think the first 2 seasons, maybe the first 3 seasons are 10 episodes, and then the 4th episode's like, or the 4th season's like 14 episodes. I know I will finish Ozark. I think Ozark is a brilliantly written, genius show, okay? It's just not the show that I want to watch right now. And I don't know really how to explain it. You know, it's interesting because it takes place, well, the first season, I don't know about the second season, third season, fourth season, but the first season takes place in the summer, in like the lakes of the Ozarks. But there's something about the show that feels very much like a fall-winter show for me. Maybe I'm on episode, I think 7 now, maybe 6, I don't know. I thought I was further along in it than I was, but it's just a very dark show, and each episode feels really, really long. Like, I get to the end of the episode, I'm like, oh, God. It's not a show to me that, like, it's exciting and it's binge-worthy and whatever. And so I kind of, like, find myself wanting to watch something else. There's actually this new show that started on Peacock, but the whole thing's not out yet. It's going to be 10 seasons. And it's where the dead come back to life, and it's called Revival. Is anybody watching it? Because I want to watch it. But the whole thing's not out yet. I have so many shows, you guys. I was thinking about this last night. It's like The Old Man season 2. Never watched that. Finished it. Yellow Jackets. I probably have like 30 shows that I want to watch that, hey, how are you? Your hair looks pretty tonight. Joyce wears her hair back in a straight ponytail, and her hair was like all curly and down. It looked really pretty. But I don't, like, I have so many shows that I want to watch, and I never kind of know, like, until I start a show, like, I'm really in it. Like, when I watched The Glass Dome the other night, like, it was the perfect show for the perfect mood that I was in. Does that make sense? I think I'm just kind of not in the mood for Ozark right now. And so I'm watching an episode here and an episode there. I'll tell you also, like, this season, so season 2 of Love After Lockup, it goes Love After Lockup, Life After Lockup, Love After Lockup, Life After Lockup. I'm on the second Love After Lockup of season 2. I am bored with all these people, okay? It's Glorietta and Alexander, bored of them. Her mom is rude. And then it's, I looked them all up last night to see, none of them are together. Not one of them are together today. And then it's Lacey, who's dating Shane and John. She's engaged, actually, to both of them. I think she ends up marrying Shane and having a baby with him. They're not together anymore. And then it's Angela and Tony, and they're broken up. And then, I'm almost at the end. I'm at the part where I go into Life After Lockup. And then the guy that's the bank robber, they're not together. He's actually reincarcerated. I can't think of his name. But his mom thinks that she slept, or she tried to sleep with his mom's boyfriend. It's so weird. Anyway, I'm really struggling with Love After Lockup, like, right now, too. Love After Lockup has a lot to do with, like, the people, if you really like them. Like, what was it? It might have been the most recent season, or it might have been season 4 that Nikki and I were watching. The couple where the guy gets out of prison, and the girl, they go and live with her mom, and her mom has, like, a big house, and she works with, like, addicts that are getting out of prison. Like, I was so not into that couple at all. Like, and they would focus so much on it. The later seasons of Love After Lockup are much better. But the problem is I'm trying to watch it in its entirety because, like, Life After Lockup season 6 might have a couple from season 2 that comes back, or somebody from season 2. Like, Glorietta is now dating somebody else that was in Love After Lockup. So I want to, like, know the whole thing. So I'll get through that too. But I'm just kind of really struggling. I'm struggling with all of my shows right now, in all honesty. So last night I was like, somebody commented on my video and they said, have you started the Indiana Jones movies yet with Harrison Ford? And I was like, you know what, I haven't. And like this, I've been wanting to watch every summer I say, I want to watch these movie series, right? And so I actually made a list last night. You mean my list. I made a list on my phone of movie series. And you can see I have the Indiana Jones movies right there. And then the Final Destination movies that Alex and I are going to watch together, which we haven't started yet. And then I have the Godfather movies. And then I have the Star Wars movies. But I don't know what how to watch the Star Wars movies. Does anybody know? Can anybody direct me to like where to find? Because I know that there's like, you watch it. I'm probably going to watch them in the order that they came out. I'll just tell you that. Okay. But then are there any other movie series that I should watch? I mean, I've seen the Screams. I've seen the Friday the 13th. I've seen the Halloweens. I think for Halloween this year, the month of October, I'm going to do all the Saw movies. So I'm saving the Saw movies for Halloween. But I think it's really fun to watch all the movies in a series. What was I just watching? Who was it? It was that guy that I like. He's another booktuber that I like, that I follow. Brad something. He does all gay books. What's his name? He's a really nice guy. Brad bought a book. I really like this guy, this book. Jordy, he and Jordy, but he put something up about he and his husband. He was, oh, here it is. He put this up there, so his husband's name is Brett, and he put, getting ready for the new movie, making Brett watch the originals of I Know What You Did Last Summer. But, like, I've seen all those. So, well, there's only, like, 2 or 3, right? So, anyway, yeah, this is Brad. He's a really nice guy. I like watching. He just had his 2-year anniversary as a bookstagrammer. So, so if you're looking for bookstagrammers, he's a really, and you like queer literature, that's all he does. He just reviews just queer literature. What is Dakota? Oh, Dakota. Do you guys know Dakota? He is so sweet. He is one of the most genuinely nice guys I've ever met in my entire life. He got this Dooney and Burke vintage trunk at a thrift store. He was so excited about it. I'm not a big fan of Dooney and Burke, but I know he loves it so much. So anyway, oh, there's Dee. Hey, Dee. Dee is figuring out the Instagram. We're helping her figure out the Instagram. Okay. So, here, I'll read. Sarah, Marissa. Hey, Marissa. Oh, my God. Bugs in my face. Marissa asked me if there's any new true crime documentaries. There's a lot of new true crime documentaries. Okay. So, Marissa, there's a lot of really, really good ones that supposedly came out. So, any movie series, let me know. But then, Netflix documentaries to watch. Flight 3054 is supposed to be really good. The Tylenol Murders, Untold the Liver King. Some of these are not new. Attack on London are supposed to be fantastic, and so is Greenfell Uncovered, and I haven't watched either one of those, so those are all on my list to watch. And then any of the, I think I'm going to watch one tonight to cover, listen, I have to watch 1,000 Pound Roomies, because the last 2 episodes are out, and I haven't even watched them to cover them yet, so that's like my next goal is to do that. But the Trainwreck documentaries on Netflix, there's like 6 of them out, and they're putting one out like a week. They are so well done. They're called, just put in Trainwreck on Netflix, and it's all the documentaries. They're releasing one a week. They're so, so, so good. So anyway, I was like, well, I'm going to start watching Indiana Jones. So I had it screenshot, and I looked at, I looked it up, that you can see them. They're all on Disney. So we pay, less money for Disney. Don't ever use it. So I was like, I'm going to use Disney. That's how I found out that The Old Man, I hadn't watched season 2, because The Old Man is on Disney or Hulu. I don't know. We have everything. We have every streaming app in the entire world. So I went, and Disney has every one of the Indiana Jones movies. So I was like, oh, I'm going to start watching it. I honestly was like, how much of this will I remember? Because, I mean, I've seen the Indiana Raiders of the Lost Ark movie. That's the first one. I've seen that movie. I think I've seen that one and, like, bits and pieces of the second and third one. But I don't know that I've ever seen the second and third one all the way through. But I loved the first one when I was a kid. This guy that I was friends with for a while, like, I remember when he was a little kid, he, like, wore the fedora. He was, like, obsessed. He wanted to, like, be a screenwriter and all that kind of stuff because he loved the Indiana Jones movies. So I'm walking down the street, it's, like, very my vibe. She had like this like long like kind of like hippie shirt on and like these pants and these sandals, and she had this really white hair. I've never seen her in this neighborhood before. We've had like a couple people that moved in here that like bought condos. So this is like how a lot of people that buy condos in here, this is like the last place. Like they'll tell you, they'll be like, yeah, this is the last place I'll ever live. Like I downsized, our grandkids live around here. But what they do is, like the neighbors over here, they buy the condo, and then for like 6 months to a year, they redo it. So it's like the condo of their dreams. And so they'll, like, that little bird, I wish if I thought I could turn around the camera and show you guys, I really want to do this, because I really want you guys to see this bird. But it's like, it's on the other side of the tree right now. No, it's not that one. No, I'm not going to be able to show it to you. It's too fast, and it keeps on flying away. But anyway, a lot of people in the neighborhood, they like buy condos and then they revamp them And I mean, they have, like, they do major rehauls on them. And then they're like, I mean, you should see some of the condos in here. Some of these condos are, I mean, some of these people put like $100,000, $200,000 in these condos, and they're gorgeous when you walk into them. And they're like, well, this is gonna be the last place I ever live, so I want it to be exactly how I want it to be. They're gorgeous. I mean, gorgeous condos. Ours is cozy. It's not that. So Alex will go to these people's condos, and he'll be like, well, our condo, I'm like, babe, they put like 200 into it. He's like, they didn't put 200. I'm like, babe, they redid the entire basement. And it's not just like that. They have like cedar paneling, and they have like, I mean, some of these condos in here, I mean, like, are unbelievable. I mean, you're talking about like heated kitchen floors and stuff like that, okay? I mean, anyway. So I started watching the Raiders of the Lost Ark. Is that the first one? I don't know. Indiana Jones and the Raiders of the Lost Ark. I started watching that one. It's where he goes in the tunnel at the beginning, and then it comes out, and then he gets on the plane and all that kind of stuff. He's got the snake in his lap. By the way, Harrison Ford looks so... How old was he? I wanted to look that up last night. How old was Harrison Ford in that movie? Is the battery at the halfway mark? No. Now watch, I just said that, so it's going to go real quick. But guess what? In case it does. Peter thought ahead tonight, and I brought a battery with me. Okay. How old... I was going to try to do all the math, but we'll just... I know it'll just tell us. How old was Harrison Ford? See, like, today when I see pictures of Harrison Ford, I don't think he's super good looking. But, man, he was good looking. In the Star Wars movie, and I was sitting here thinking about, like, oh my God, Harrison Ford was in so many blockbuster movies. He was in the Star Wars movies. Wasn't he Han Solo? And then he was in the Raiders of the Indiana Jones movies. Harrison Ford was in some huge movies. I think I kind of forget that. How old was Harrison Ford in Raiders of the Lost Ark? Okay. He was 39 years old. He looks good in that movie. But anyway... I got to the part, like, right after the beginning where, like, it shows the campus, and then I stopped it. Because that's before it even goes on for, like, the Ark. Looking for the Lost Ark. Which I don't remember. I kind of wasn't really feeling it last night. When I started it, I was like, oh my God, this is going to be so fun. I had the fan, I had the candles, I had my blanket. I was like, this is going to be, I had some lemonade. I was like, I've been drinking a lot of lemonade at night. I was like, this is going to be so fun to watch a summer blockbuster. And then it started and it got to the end of that first part. And I was like, I'm not really into this. And do you ever do that? So then I watched an episode of Ozark, okay? And at this point now, it's like 3:30 in the morning. This is when I had to make my decision of, like, staying up or going to bed. Well, I guess I was like a third of the way through this episode. I think that was the 5th one. So I think I'm on the 6th episode of Ozark. Because I think I finished the 5th episode. It's the one where he buys the strip club. I don't, like, want to ruin it for anybody, but the show's been out forever. You know what I mean? But anyway, this one bird is just sitting. There's a lot of birds out there today. It's making me so happy. You have no idea. I'm like, oh my God, are all the birds coming back? Hopefully by next week, Shorty and the ducks will be back, all this kind of stuff. But anyway, so many people were like, The Missing Ducks is a great start to a cozy mystery series. And you know what? Like, I didn't even think that. And like, when people started, I got so many comments where people were like, The Missing Ducks would be such a great start to a cozy mystery. And I was like, they're right, it would be. But I was like, but how would I weave that into it? Like, why would somebody, like, is it somebody stealing the ducks? Like, why all of a sudden are the ducks just missing, you know? But I actually think it's smart. That is really, and it's natural because it actually happened. You know what I mean? So, but... in the comment section below, why, if it was a cozy mystery, I think they just flew away. I think they nested. I think they're raising their little ducklings, and I think they'll be back. I think that's what's going on. Because, like, when the birds would build nests, like, if they would do it, like, 3 times throughout a summer, spring and summer. So I think the ducks will be back. I think my neighbor's right. I think they just went somewhere else, you know, for a while or whatever. Who knows? I don't know. But anyway, I don't think it's like nobody stole them. I mean, how did you wrangle a bunch of ducks? You know what I mean? LaDonna wasn't about to be wrangled nowhere. And Shorty, I don't think he was smart enough to be wrangled anywhere. And the rest of them, where LaDonna went, I mean, if you're going to take them, you'd have to take LaDonna. Maybe I should write a cozy mystery from the duck's point of view, like those Shady Hollow books. I can tell you one person that would never read that cozy mystery is my friend Mel. Every time I recommend a cozy mystery to her, she goes, is it that one with the talking animals? I'm like, Mel, no. She's like, I'm not reading a book about no talking animals. She always says that. I know Stacy's laughing because Stacy's the one that recommended those books to us, and I like those Shady Hollow books by Janelle Black. I'm saving them, though, for the fall because they're kind of Halloween-y a little bit, but I like this. Anyway, so I watched The Raiders of the Lost Ark. Well, I watched the first 10 minutes of it, and then I was like, I'll save this for another night. So maybe tonight, we'll see. And then I was like, okay, I'm gonna, I don't know that I'm gonna need this battery. I just all of a sudden just got this wave of being like real tired. And I'm like, where's the rain? Is it supposed to be raining? That's why all my plans are canceled with Tanya Jean and the rain's not coming. Well, she had to work late too. So anyway, so I watched the episode. The camera stopped. Am I really at an hour already? So I watched the episode of Ozark, and then after that I was like, I gotta watch something else. Oh, that was when I was looking at the Revival show. Have you heard about this show, Revival? Here, I'm gonna find it for you. Okay. I have it screenshot. I have everything screenshot in my okay, don't need that picture anymore. Oh, here it is. Okay. Well, here's the picture I took last night of our lake, and I put like not a duck to be found on it. Okay, here's my picture that I took while I was walking last night. Didn't post that one. So it says, oh, the first season of Revival, or first season of the Peacock series Revival will have 10 episodes, according to the Revival Wiki. New episodes premiere on Sci-Fi on Thursdays and become available on Peacock the following Wednesday. Well, when I looked, it started on like, I don't know, I didn't do my math right. It started on like June 12th or something like that. And I was like, oh, it comes out weekly, mind you. I was like, are all the episodes out? There's 4 out. Okay. So, Revival, Peacock. I'll tell you what this TV show's about. Because I wait until the show's come. I'm not doing an episode a week. Revival, a new sci-fi series, is available for streaming on Peacock. The show premiered June 12th. See, I was right. The series is based on the Image comic series of the same name, and it follows a small town where the dead have returned to life. Is this kind of like modeled after that Australian show that I watched? I like that one. I don't remember what it's, The Returned or something like that. I like that show. There's my neighbors that moved into that condo across the street. They're redoing that condo. They come up here quite a bit. Well, he lives right over there, and she lives across town. But anyway, so they come in there every day. They go to the pool a lot. They might go in the pool tonight. Doubt it. Well, it's supposed to rain. Where's the rain? I can't stand the rain. Is it now not showing no rain? Anyway, so then, so then I started watching, what was the show called? Poker Face with Natasha Lyonne. I love her so much, and I love that show. And all the episodes of Poker Face are out. So I watched the first 2 last night. What were the first? The first one has Cynthia Erivo in it. She's fantastic. Have you guys ever seen Poker Face? If you haven't seen it, I would highly recommend it, okay? Alex is texting me about being on his way home. So the first one has, so each of them have, like, guest stars on it. What's the second one about? Oh, here comes some kids with their fishing bowls. People are not going to be happy about that. This fishing bowl thing is a big... You want to talk about HOA drama? People are going crazy over this fishing pole thing this summer. I mean, like, they are really upset about the fishing pole thing. Not fishing pole, kids fishing in the neighborhood. Okay, so Cynthia Erivo is in the first one. So here's the deal, okay? So, in Poker Face, Natasha Lyonne plays... What's her name? Charlie. She plays Charlie that's on the run from, like, these mobsters because she saw her friend get killed. So every episode she's in a different town, and she like meets people, and then she like oh, I just remember what the second one was about. Did I finish it? I didn't finish it. I'm halfway through it. So each episode there's like a special guest. It's very like Elsbeth, and so it's very similar to Elsbeth, but I mean, you know, Elsbeth versus, you know, Natasha Lyonne. So anyway, but she has this bullshit meter. So when somebody's lying to her, she can tell that they're lying to her. It's like this sixth sense that she has. And so she can solve crimes and stuff like that. So the first one is with Cynthia Erivo. And Cynthia Erivo plays like this group of, like, this... quadruplets that like were all in this TV show together when they were growing up, and then their mom is played by Jasmine Guy, and they all want her money when she dies. But Cynthia Erivo plays all the parts. She's fantastic. And then the second one is Katie Holmes is actually in it, and it's about this movie, this horror movie that's being filmed. So see, like Charlie always has like these like part-time jobs. So like in the first one, her part-time job is that she's apple picking with one of the sisters, played by Cynthia Erivo. And the second one, and I'm not ruining anything for you. In the second one, like, she's got this old car, and so this guy rents it for this horror movie. So then she plays the corpse, which, like, the whole time she's, like, in this casket, like, they're filming over her, and so she's vaping. Because she's just getting paid to be the corpse in the casket. So, but it's like this, it's about this horror movie filmed in this funeral home, and Katie Holmes plays the wife of the funeral home owner or director. But then there's always like a murder that happens, and then Natasha Lyonne figures it out, like she solves it. But you already know what happened because they show at the beginning like what happens, and then she comes in and she solves it. That's the only thing I don't like. It's like Elsbeth. They show the crimes at the beginning, so you kind of like already like, I can't believe the battery hasn't gone to the halfway mark yet. It's probably it just went right when I said that. So, but anyway, so I watched, what's that show called again? Poker Face. So I watched Poker Face last night, the first episode and a half, and then I was like, you need to go to bed, or you're not gonna you're gonna be so tired tomorrow, and you won't even get to vlog and all that kind of stuff. And then I got up today, and my whole day was canceled. So today is canceled. Cancellation. So today is canceled. But it's been a good day, and it's gonna be a good night. Let me text him back. Okay, babe. Okay, babe. They say we're young and we don't know. Won't find out until we grow. Okay, let's go into, I'm going to answer just a few. Has it stopped yet? I should probably stop while it's at the halfway mark and it hasn't stopped yet. But let's go in here and see a few comments. Teresa said the chipmunk is so cute. We have tons of squirrels here in Southern California, but I never see chipmunks. I love the chipmunks. I haven't seen them today either, honestly. Emily said Outer Banks is so good. Is it like a summer show? Like, let me know if Outer Banks, because by the time that you guys are seeing this, like, and you're commenting on it, these glasses are kind of so dark for the video, aren't they? Then I'll be able to, I could start that tonight, too. Is Outer Banks a summer show more than Ozark? Courtney said, oh my god, a cozy mystery about Steve the Squirrel trying to solve the mystery of the disappearing duck, specifically Shorty, because they're best friends. See, I would love that, but who would read it? Nobody. Oh, Michelle said, maybe you need to stand in the yard with a duck call. Anything to get Shorty back. I miss Shorty so much. Little Shorty, he would walk like that. And then he'd just stand out there because they were so mean to him. Shannon said, oh, Virgin River, I loved it so much. Every time I bring up Virgin River, at least one person, Tanya loves Virgin River. Marissa said, okay, so a couple people have recommended One Night in Idaho, The College Murders on Prime. I don't know, in all honesty, that I want to watch a whole lot more. This is no diss. Like, I think like Mel and Nikki are watching every documentary that came out about that. I read the book. I've watched like 2 documentaries. I've watched like a Dateline special on it. I don't know how much more I want to watch on it, in all honesty. I get kind of a little, with some true crime, with a lot of true crime, there's like, unless there's new stuff about it, I kind of like reach my point where I'm kind of like the Kristen Shanann Watts case, like I don't care if I ever, like if he did an interview tomorrow and the interview was like he took total responsibility and all, I mean maybe I would watch that, but like I don't the Murdaugh case, sorry Mel, the Murdaugh case I have no interest in anymore, you know, like the Karen Reed case, sorry Nikki. I don't like, I get kind of real burnt out on some true crime cases. So unless it's like there is new information that I have to see, I can't do another. The Idaho thing makes me very, very sad. Rebecca said, Peter, Ozark is so good. Please keep watching. The beginning is slow, but the show is amazing. Girl, what would you consider the beginning? How many episodes? That's my question. It feels very slow. The pacing from like a directorial point of view seems specific. It seems purposeful to me. So it's not like, the pacing seems like they're doing it on purpose. It's just a lot for me. I don't know. But I'm going to keep watching it. Somebody said, Tegan said, Peter, I want to say you look bloody amazing. I had you playing while I went to bed last night, and when I woke up, an old video was up, and the difference is so noticeable. You should be so proud. Thank you. I really appreciate it. I'm working my butt off. I really am. I mean, trying to eating the right things. You know, I had people say this to me for years, that like eating the right foods makes such a huge difference. And I was like, but I see you all working out in the gym and working out, all that kind of stuff. And so, I don't love this. My neck is looking old as the hills, but I'm still not under 200 pounds yet. I'm not really excited about going to the doctor because the doctor's gonna be like, that was our goal. My doctor really wants me at like 175. That's what my doctor's goal is for healthy weight. Like, I'm 5'10". He's like, you're morbidly obese. Like, you need to be like 165 to 170. I think 145 to 160 is like perfect weight for me, which I would be emaciated. I don't want to be that. I don't want to be that at all. I want to be about 180. But he's like, and I'm not completely all focused on like the weight as much anymore. I do just want to be below 200 pounds because he really wants that. So, my gut, the gut's gotta go. It's why I got the stomach cruncher, baby. That stomach cruncher thing, though, it's gonna get me into shape, baby. It's gonna get me into shape. But thank you so much for that. I appreciate it. Alyssa said maybe go with Alex to a shelter to at least look at them so you all see them together. So Alex has kind of left this whole thing to me. I've talked about this a little bit. Alex is like, you get whatever dogs you want and I will love the dogs. Alex still is really like emotionally struggling with like the attachment to the dogs and whatever. He's like, so that's kind of how it works at Caroline's house as well, Tanya's house. Like, Caroline gets the dogs, Tanya gets the dogs. Like, and Alex is like, I'm completely fine with that. Like, whatever you want. I mean, I run everything by him that people send to me. And it's like this big truck coming down the street, like this moving truck. If I said to Alex, I want to go to, Alex and I actually have gone and looked at, I think, 2 dogs at this point. If I wanted him to go to a shelter with me, like, or, you know, Humane Society or something like that and look at dogs, he would. Part of the problem is there's not a lot of shelters real close to us. A lot of the shelters are like far away. So if I see a dog that I'm interested in, I usually reach out to them, try to make an appointment. There haven't really been that many dogs I'm interested in. But Alex would in a heartbeat go with me. I mean, in a heartbeat, he would go with me. But I can tell you the same conversation would occur when we got there, he would say, do you have an attachment to this dog? Because this is you, babe. This is about you. Like, he's being really supportive of it. He's like, I'll love the dog. I'll help take care of the dog. It will be my dog as well, but this is, like, you pick it out. This is your dog. And he will tell you that on camera all day long. He'll be like, nope, this is Peter's deal, and Peter can have 15 dogs, and Peter can get an 18-year-old dog, he can get a senior rescue dog, he can get whatever dog he wants. And I think, like, over time, he might change a little bit about that. I'm just trying to also be really respectful of him. And, you know, he's totally open to the idea of us getting another dog. The emotional part of him going in and picking out that dog, I think for him, I think there's just, that's a part of that he's still struggling with. So he's like, no. First dog, you go do all of it. You go do all that, and I will love it, and I will take care of it, and I will take you to go get it, and I'll help take it to the vet, and, you know, all this kind of stuff. But, like, you're the one that's going to pick the dog out and all that kind of stuff. So that's kind of where we're at with it. But he would definitely go with me to a shelter. So, yeah. Okay. And you also said if you go by a shelter. So there's, like I said, there's not a lot of shelters that are really close to us. There's one that's about 20 minutes away from us, and they have like a lot of pit bulls, and they have like a lot of labs and things like that, and I don't want a bigger dog. And that's part of the problem. So I also will say that I know so many people that work with rescues that they're constantly on the lookout for me, which is really, really sweet. But, you know, thank you for that. I appreciate it. I mean, I said to Tanya the other night, I said, do you know of any, like, shelters that are close to us? Because, I mean, one of the shelters that I've looked at is, like, an hour from here. And they actually do have a lot of dogs I'd be interested in, but they're an hour from here, you know? And Tanya's like, and a lot of people, like, they'll adopt the dogs out to people that they know from the shelters and stuff. And I think that's kind of what you're getting at. It's like, if you showed up there more often, they might know who you are. And then they, you know, yeah. I'm also, like, I think I'm so reluctant because I feel like I'm ready to get a dog, but I don't know. You know what I mean? It really, I mean, this Boo, Tucker, and Pee-Pee thing really took a toll on Alex and I. I mean, really, really. I think in a way, we knew that it would. I don't know that we were prepared for how hard of a hit it took on us, you know? I mean, I definitely didn't expect the anxiety to happen after. I never expected that, you know? And I think it just, with Boo going, it was combined response from the accident and from having, like, lost my aunt and my uncle. And we've had other losses in our life with friends of ours and family members. And I just think it was a combined, all of that combined grief, like my therapist talked about. And I think we both suffered a lot of that. So it's just been really, really hard, you know? Tina, hey Tina. Tina said, I agree with you. Nothing better than being in the pool and then getting in your comfy PJs. And I agree with that so much. Somebody said get a hairless cat. Alex would probably actually, well, because he's allergic to cats. Oh, I didn't think about that. Aw, people are saying happy birthday, Laura, on here. That was so sweet. A lot of people are saying go to your local shelter. So, I mean, as a person that doesn't drive, like, it's either Caroline or Tanya or Alex that's going to go to the local shelter. I usually check with the shelters to see what they have before I would show up there. I don't know, I just have to tell you, there's still, like, this emotional hesitancy between me, and I feel like the dogs that I have gone and seen, I am so afraid of going into a shelter and feeling like I need a dog and then just picking out a dog. Like, that's not how I want it to happen. And I don't know if that makes sense to anybody, but I'm afraid that if I just go to a shelter, and I think that that's great, but, like, most of the shelters that I know, like, the dogs are getting rescued like crazy. Oh my God, there's the most beautiful around here, you know? Like, Alex even said to me, he said that his friend was, like, sent him this website because of the floods in Texas, that there's a lot of dogs that need to be rescued because of, like, what happened to their owners and things like that. And he was like, that might be, you know, a way to look at a rescue dog. I'm open to looking at things, like, all over the country and stuff like that and transporting, you know. I don't know. I'm just sharing my experience. I'll know it when I see it. There's a lot of things I've done that you guys don't know. I have gone to some local shelters. I have gone to the Humane Society. I have talked to people. There's a lot that I have done that I haven't talked about on here. And when I have done those things, I've kind of left feeling kind of empty. And I appreciate you guys and all the suggestions. I really, really do. I think I'll know when it's right, you know. Jamie said, love Virgin River and love your recommendations. Oh, my husband and I have been putting together a list together. Thank you. Oh, of all the recommended shows. I love that. Emmy said, I watched all but the last season of Ozark. I just lost interest in it. This is going to be an unpopular opinion, but Grey's Anatomy isn't worth it. It's overhyped and should have ended 5 years ago. Actually, that's not an unpopular opinion. A lot of people say that about Grey's Anatomy. I've gotten that comment from a lot of people. And that's part of my hesitancy, too, is I'm like, I don't know, like, you know, should I not watch it? And then Karis said, night-night. So I'm going to say night-night and get off here and start getting this vlog rendered. And now that it looks like it's not going to rain, I'm thinking maybe I should try. It's very humid again, though. But I'm thinking maybe I should try for a walk or an earlier swim before Laura gets home for dinner. Or maybe just a nap. Or maybe just reading books. Sitting out here reading books. Anyway, I'm going to get off here now. I hope you guys have a I will be filming videos tomorrow because I'm not doing Cousin Fun Day with Caroline. So I will be filming videos on my other channels. Getting back to the regular routine over there. I did post a drama video tonight. So my drama video, my vlog will be up on today. And then tomorrow I'll be back to regularly posting videos. And Thursday as well. And Friday as well. So yeah, and tonight just going to watch TV shows. I cannot believe that this battery made it an hour and 18 minutes. This is, like, you know how I always know the bad battery? This is like the good battery. I gotta remember this one. Anyway, I hope you guys are having a magically amazing Tuesday. If nobody else has told you this today, I love you guys, and I will see you tomorrow. Bye. Love ya. Miss you, shorty.